Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 19th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, got up and around, got the dog out, wife got up and around, she got off to work, everything went pretty smooth, jumped in the hot tub with my banana and my water, and chilled out there, got my soak on, got back in, got a few things done, got the dogs fed and all that good fun stuff, and her little joint medication and stuff on her that we put a little like a syringe on their food every day. So I don't know if it makes a difference but the owner thinks it does, so I put it on there. So yeah, went ahead, got that done, and then just kind of chilled out for the day. Had in the morning, had another client dropping a dog off for daycare. They were supposed to be there about 8 a.m. and I went ahead, and after I was just kind of chilling around, waiting for them to show up. They got here a little late, which wasn't a big deal. They did reach out, so they're on their way, but they're one of the clients that says they're on their way, but won't give me a damn ETA. So I don't know if that means 5 minutes or 50 minutes, because it can be both for them. So who the hell knows? But I did tell them to text me when they got here as well, so in case I wasn't like seeing them pull up kind of thing. So the dog's been here quite a bit of time. I've had her I had her once overnight, but mostly it's just daycare stuff. And she has extreme separation anxiety. As long as she can see a human being, mostly me, she'll be around my wife and be fine too. But my wife's only been around her like twice, because normally she's home, or she goes home before my wife gets home from work. So, but yeah, I went ahead, she got dropped off, and she's super bad about like not wanting to leave the owner, to the point that I had to like grab the leash and pretty much physically just drag her into the house. Once in the house and the door's shut, she'll wind the door a little bit, get her in the backyard, let her sniff around, which I did today, and then she was fine. Introduced their dog to her. They've been around each other before, so they got along just fine. Then we chilled out for the day, just kind of hanging out, doing dog stuff. It's kind of simple things. She's pretty low key when she's got a human around her. So got a few things done around, got a little yard work done, a little housework done, kind of general stuff. Went ahead and got the dishwasher run, little stuff like that, nothing too major. Went ahead and got a little laundry going and all that good fun stuff. Then decided, hey, since we were going out tonight and the dog was getting picked up between 5 and 6, and we had plans to go out to watch live music tonight, and then from there we're going straight to a comedy show. I wanted to make sure I had my run and stuff done, so I went ahead, got the dogs separated out, put the cameras on them so I could kind of keep an eye on them, and headed out for my run. And she just, I'd say half the time laid down and did fine. The other half the time she whined and barked and barked and whined, and then would lay down and she'd bark and whine and lay down, and kept checking the cameras. And she wasn't like tearing up stuff, she wasn't too stressed, she was just that hates being alone, like absolute, like it's one of those things where sometimes the owner, and she's not in great health, but the dog's not really old either, so who knows who outlived who. But if the owner passes away, it's going to be a hell of a time to find somebody willing to take this dog with her advanced age, and that separation anxiety thing is going to make it miserable. Like, sounds like she literally has somebody come to the house and hang out while she goes grocery shopping, because the dog can't be alone while she goes grocery shopping. So normally the dog's never alone here, because normally they pick up midday, so, or late afternoon, whatever, I guess early evening. So it's all good. I'll go for a run after she gets home, but we already had plans tonight, so I had to get my run in. So went and got my run in. Like I said, I checked the camera, she was fine. She was just a little bit stressy. So got back home from there, got the dogs outside, played out there and chilled out, kind of did the whole yard thing for a bit, chilling out there. And then she reached out, she's supposed to pick the dog up, and she's almost always like, she says between 5 and 6, she shows up like 4:15, 4:30 at the latest. She's always early. And she texted and said, hey, we got a bunch of traffic and stuff, we're on our way back, but we got a bunch of traffic, and I think they stopped for dinner, because where she said they were on the way back was less than a half an hour away, and she didn't show up for an hour and like almost 55 minutes. So I was like, whatever. But she goes, we'll be there about 5:45. And I was like, God damn it, that's a little on the close side, but okay, because she did have up until 6. But like I said, she's always early. So I didn't really say like, hey, we have other plans, but thank goodness I'd already had my run and done. So I was good to go. So I was like, screw it, I'll go ahead and jump in the shower, get my shower done, all that kind of stuff, which I wouldn't get too early because I was gonna be back outside the dogs. Didn't want to get all hot and sweaty after taking my shower, which would kind of ruin that whole thing of making it worthless taking my shower. So went ahead, jumped in the shower, dogs were good. Wife got home from work, I was still in the shower, and I said, hey, dog's on the way to get picked up sometime. If she gets here before I get out of the shower, feel free, the leash is right there, such and such, whatever, so we're good to go. And she's like, okay, cool. And I even kind of, it's like, oh, fine. But I got out of the shower, it's all good. And then about another 15 minutes rolled by. I was like, it's getting kind of later. And I'm like, looking at the time, told my wife, I said, hey, if you want to run on over to the brewery to watch the music, because she's a big fan of this young singer who she's recently found. That's why we're going to see. And I said, I'll just ride over the motorcycle. And then as soon as we're done there, we'll swing back by, drop the motorcycle off, and head up to the comedy show. It'll cost us an extra 6 minutes at most to do that. And she goes, no, I'll wait for you. I'm like, okay, but I don't know when they're going to be here. So, and they basically, she texted and said, hey, I'm sending sending a friend of hers. I don't know if it's a boyfriend or just a neighbor. I have no idea. But sending them over to pick the dog up. And I'm like, cool. How long before it gets here? So they have an ETA. And no response at all. They live 6 minutes from me. If you hit traffic, they live 6 minutes from me. So I've taken the dog back to them before. Which I should have said, hey, why don't I just bring the dog to you? Drop the dog off on the way to the brewery. That's what I should have done. But I thought they were picking the dog up on the way home. Apparently not. Apparently they went and took her home first and then sent him over to get the dog. So now it's rolled up past 6 o'clock already. They're still not here. And now it's like 6:10 and now it's like 6:15. But that weird thing of like, okay, you guys, clearly he's lost. I wanted to text like, hey, does he need my address again? Is he lost? Like, there's no way it took him this long to get here. I have no idea if he stopped for smokes or stopped for gas or who the hell knows what, but he is definitely, it's starting to get that annoying time. I'm 100% set. I got my cooler ready to go for the comedy show. I got everything ready to go. I'm just standing here looking at the window waiting for a car to pull up, which is annoying, but it is what it is. So finally get there. They basically give him back the dog. Everything's good. It's an older gentleman who is not very steady on his feet, let's put it that way. And this dog is a really horrible dog on leash, like absolutely horrendous on leash. Pulls, tugs, just awful. And I suggested, hey, just open the door and I'll put the dog in for you. I got the leash already real good, blah, blah. He goes, no, I got it. And I'm like, okay. So I hang the leash, and of course the dog takes off. I'm like, you got it? He goes, yep. So I let go of the leash. The dog takes off to go towards the truck, or SUV thing, whatever you want to call it, and yanks this dude over so hard that luckily he was standing next to the SUV. He slammed into the fender, into the mirror, and like caught himself on the fender of the mirror, as the dog would have just face planted him right to the ground if he wasn't next to the SUV. And I'm like, sure you got it? He goes, oh, I got it. And it's that like, I'm old, but I don't want anybody to know I'm old kind of thing. Like I shouldn't be doing this, but I want to pretend I don't need help with this shit. I'm like, you're gonna end up in the hospital. Like, I was like, oh, fuck it, not my problem. So I head back inside. At this point, I want to go. So I let the other dog out one last time, give her some extra treats, get her put up, and then we head out. Get to the brewery later we wanted to, but it's all good. Walk in, got some menus, went ahead and ordered a sandwich, a couple drinks, and the lady's already performing. She's up there singing. And she's doing a couple originals, she's doing some covers, she's having a good old time. And we're just chilling out. The light is in the process of setting, so it's shining through the one windows, and it's just, it's kicking their ass. It's like, it's blinding everybody and stuff, and we're all kind of chuckling about it. So we're asking like close the curtains and stuff, and every time we open the door, it shines straight into the bar, and it's super bright. We're all kind of laughing about that, but we're having a good time. Get our drinks brought to us. The lady comes back there and she goes, what kind of sandwich you guys want again? And I'm like, so we tell her again, and I'm like, okay, so she forgot about that. And then we get ahead. Sandwich is delicious. Took a while to get there, but it wasn't bad. Sandwich is good. Drinks are all right. It was not the drink I normally would have got at home, but looking at the menu, it wasn't a lot of stuff that I was really interested in, so I went with like a mint drink that turned out to be fine, but I wouldn't put it on my repertoire of drinks I would order again. So my wife had a different one that I'm not even sure what she had, to be honest with you. She told me, but I forgot. It was like blue and creamy, and she loved it. It was not bad, but it was not spectacular. So the music was wonderful. We loved watching Savannah. She had a great set, and one of the songs she did, she looked up and saw somebody was recording. She goes, are you recording this? The guy's like, yeah, am I not supposed to be? He goes, no, I'm glad you were. She goes, this one was great. I loved how this turned out. I had a really good job. And I always get mad at myself when I have a really good version of it and it's not recorded. Can you send that to me? So she was super excited about that. We all had a great time. She was asking audience questions and how just kind of bullshitting. And then it was getting about time to leave. So we'd ask for a check when she brought us our sandwich. Didn't bring us their check. And then I don't know if she didn't hear us or what. The bar's loud or whatever. So finally got somebody else's attention to Basically asked for a check. That waitress then asked somebody else if, get a check. The other waitress, which is our waitress, it's on, goes, oh, I got it right here, blah, blah. So bring the check over to us, and it's all good. Get the check paid, yada, yada. So we head out. I go up and ask the guy who I think looks like he might be in charge of some shit there. This is their anniversary party. And I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to check to see who's responsible for bringing Savannah in. And she says stuff. It has to look like, why are you asking type shit? And I'm like, just trying to figure out who books her, like who made the decision. And he goes, well, technically my wife and I, blah, blah. My wife and I felt saw her such and such, and we enjoyed her. I'm like, great, because the only reason we know you're here is because of her. We saw her last weekend over at Mount Dora. She told us she was performing here today, so that's why we're here, because of her. So because you brought her in, I don't know if he pays or not, no idea. Might be she shows up and does free, songs for beer. I don't know how it works. But without her here, we wouldn't be here. And he was like, oh, it's cool and stuff. So we chatted a little bit, went to use the restroom. We head out, and then we head over to the comedy club, and it's an animal sanctuary. And they got a bunch of like sheep and pigs and some horses and a bunch of fowl, bunch of birds, all kinds of weird stuff. And it's a holistic animal vet. Not really sure what that means exactly, but that's what she does for a living. And then she has a sanctuary also, and it's like a $2+ million property, and it's like this little covered barn area that they're in, and they hit the fans on, and it wasn't too bad. Comedy was fine, everything was great. But the people doing this comedy show asked to turn the lights off, and apparently, I don't know if they're on the same switch, the lights and the fans are on the same switch, but it got hot, and there was no wind tonight, and it was kind of miserable. We parked in like a barn lot, so we're parked in like a muddy grass field, which I'm fine with, but we're also down a dirt road, which was nothing on the ticket saying that. So if I'd rolled up on the motorcycle, or even my wife's car, I don't think she's been real happy about that little low-ass car. One, wouldn't want the rock chips and shit on the rock road, the dirt road there. And two, she wouldn't want to park in a muddy barn lot in her car. So if I was on the motorcycle, I couldn't have parked out there because the ground was so soft, the kickstand would have sunk right in. So I'm not sure where I would have been parking. I probably would have just said hell it and drove up to the main house and parked in the driveway and just been like, you guys got to deal with it. So, but it didn't matter. The comedy was all right. By no means the best comedy shows we've seen, but we had a good time. A lot of crowd interaction, which usually is a go-to when your bits aren't working and you're doing your routine and it's not going over with the group, so you end up going to crowd work. And the middle comic was really aggressive in his crowd work, which I thought was hilarious. I'm a giant fan of that. I thought it was great. I like the dark, awkward, like make things uncomfortable comedy. And he was calling out some old drunk man who was his comeback to people, which I thought was hilarious. This guy just did not pick it up. He heard the guy make some smart ass remark. He then responded back to him, and he's like, "What'd you say?" And the guy repeated it. He goes, "What'd you say?" And he goes, "What?" Like 5 times. The guys kept repeating it. I was like, "You clearly heard." He's standing 4 feet from you, and he walked past me and stuff, getting close to this guy. And he goes, "It's amazing how quiet they get when I get right next to him and stuff." And stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, it's the damn New Yorkers and blah blah." We had a great time. Interacted with all the comics. I was basically chatting. We're all having fun. One of the comics they had the horse saddle right there next to where the comic was, and the one guy kind of helped promote the show. He's not my favorite by any means, but he was bombing, and he said, he goes, "I'm getting paid. Oh, here anyway. It don't matter if I bomb or not. Blah blah." And then he made the remark, "No, his jokes bombed," and he said, "If I bomb again, I'm gonna get on the damn saddle. Blah blah blah, whatever." And then he said a joke that went poorly, and I just looked at him and said, "Giddy up," and pointed to the saddle, which I think actually hurt his feelings. It was kind of funny. Everybody else kind of laughed. The ones that heard, half the crowd heard me. They laughed, and he got his feelings hurt a little bit, but he realized we're trying to just all have fun here. So we kind of had a good time, and then we got down there, talked to one of the comics who talked about he lost like 100 pounds and stuff now, and losing weight. I gave him some, talked about the fact that I lost 175 pounds years ago, and it's doable. You can keep it off, and so on and so forth. And we all had a good time, and headed back home, and everything was good to go. Drove out of there, didn't get stuck or nothing because it's not that bad. And it's a 21 and up show, although there was like 5 people there that were like 19. And I was like, the fuck are they doing here? It's a 21 and up show. So who knows? It is what it is. But yeah, so we had a good time there. Everybody's having fun. Got back home, and it was not late, but not early by any means. It was about 10 o'clock. We were pulling through into New Smyrna, and we was going to stop by and grab some more drinks from ABC because we ran out of some stuff at the house, and I wanted to pick up some more. And they closed at 10, and we were 13 minutes till 10. So I was like, God damn it. Like, I don't want to be that guy who rolls in. By the time we got there, it would have been like 5 minutes before closing. and I'm rushing in, which two of the things I knew I wanted were like right there. But the third thing I was going to look for, and I was like, well, if I gotta go back and look for that one anyway, I might as well wait and pick it all up. So that made sense. We just skipped it, headed on home, and I headed outside, got the dog out, grabbed myself a cigar, and enjoyed myself a beautiful, gorgeous temperature evening. We had more breeze here out there where they're out by Samsula. There was no breeze at all, and we had a nice breeze and just a gorgeous, beautiful evening to enjoy my day. So yep, that's pretty much all the day ended up. I headed back in. It was too late. Wife was already in bed. She was sleeping, and then I watched a little bit of Castle and had myself a little bit of snack and wrapped up the night and called it a day. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.